The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some black, and she said, loves me some black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out? I'm your girl, the plainest Jane, and let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. What up and welcome back. I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and I provide syrup in the form of black news and celebrity entertainment. Everybody come on in and have a seat, okay? I hope that y'all are having a marvelous week thus far. I hope that y'all are having an amazing week. I know I am having a really productive week. Therapy has really been doing some positive things for me and to me, okay? And so I really hope that y'all week is going great. But keep in mind, if it's not, you still have time to turn it around. It's not the end. You can still implement some change. I know there are plenty of times my week didn't turn around until Thursday afternoon. But I do hope that y'all are feeling great. Come on and have a seat on the bus. Make sure you pay your fare. Hit the thumbs up button, okay? And we're gonna get ready to get into some information that I think a lot of people have overlooked. Okay, I think a lot of people have overlooked this information that we are going to get into today, and I'm excited to talk about it with you all today. I'm excited. So have a seat, my beautiful people. We got a couple of things that we want to talk about and address, and then we want to get into some facts. Okay. Does that sound all right with everyone? Thank you to all the new people. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the new subscribers. There are a lot of you all, and I'm grateful. And look, shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to all my channel members. We will be having a members only after this live. After this live, we will be having a members only where we can sit back, we can relax, let loose. I'll drop the link so other people can call in and we can kind of we can chop it up and see what's going on the blogs. You know, I've been so focused on the pinks, you know, updating some stories that I've already been covering. Shout out to everybody. Put a 1 in the chat if you watched the video that I edited and uploaded earlier today. That was a really good video. It's at like 6,000-7,000 views right now, but it's a really good video. And I do enjoy editing. And that pink sauce girl is a trip. And I'm not even done spilling the syrup on her. Okay. So we definitely have some stuff to talk about, and I'm excited to go there with you all. So if y'all are ready, I'm ready, and we're gonna get ready to pull this bus off. Okay, I see a lot of ones in the chat. Shout out to all of y'all. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get ready to take off. And look, prayers up to all of the people who are in areas that are affected by this heap of natural disasters, whether it be the heat, hurricanes, storms, whatever the case is. Prayers up to you or your family members if any of you all are affected by those things. It's really unfortunate. Okay. Now let's get ready for takeoff and get into what we are talking about today concerning Funky Dineva, Fox Soul, Al Reynolds, for real, and really just the backstory on Fox Soul, and stuff that a lot of people don't know. Okay, let's go. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to take you over to my community tab. Now we're going to go over to the community tab. Let me get this a little bigger for you all. And we're going to go over here because there's something important that we do need to discuss. We must discuss this, okay, before we go ahead and get started with everything else. It is still pertaining to the subject, okay, so it's not a detour, all right? So this is the community tab. So let's go ahead and read this. And so there's a graphic here. where I am thanking Layla Lynn. So let's go ahead and get started because this is going to take us straight into our first subject for the evening. Okay, so I penned this message. Checking the community tab is really important over here. I'm typically more active on it, and that's what I'm about to get back into, being more active, but that's besides the point. I've been posting really important things on there lately. So I said I want to send a huge thank you to Layla Lynn for shouting me out and using my video when addressing the disrespect coming from Funky Dineva and other men who repeatedly participate in the trend of humiliating and degrading Black women. I want to also extend a thank you to the women and men who have supported content creators who are standing up and calling out misogyny no matter where it's coming from. Thank you for standing with us. If it wasn't for your help, we wouldn't have been able to make all this noise. And although the apology was not genuine, it did send a message. We have power. I urge you to continue to make noise by unsubscribing and pulling your support from Fox Soul and Funky Dineva. Please sign the petition and refrain from watching TGIF. Oh, you didn't know that there was a petition? Well, let me give you the link. There is a thin line between banter and flat out disrespect. We deserve respect and we deserve better representation, especially coming from a mainstream network with a large national audience. We must stand against the perpetuation of disrespect towards Black women. Please share the petition and continue applying pressure to take a stand and put a stop to this cycle, okay? So here you can see, I thought it was really important for me to thank Layla Lynn. She didn't have to do that. She has 376,000 subscribers. I just have 34,000. And it means a lot to me. She sent some people my way, along with Michelle ATLian. Shout out to her for sending people my way as well. And I think I might be leaving somebody out. Was it the official Tyrese report? There were some people sending people my way, and I really do appreciate that, because when you're trying to grow your small channel, baby, it can be difficult, right? I got up to 102,000 subscribers. I was this close. Well, I already reached the threshold to get my plaque, right? Then my channel gets deleted when I'm at 102,000 subscribers. That crushed me, and I had to start over, and here I am. So that meant a lot, but also the fact that, you know, us standing united as people who do not approve of what Funky Dineva and Al Reynolds together, the misogyny war definitely came from both of them. And if Al had a channel, I would tell you to unsubscribe from his channel too. Okay. But he doesn't have one. So that's that. Now there is a petition. Let's talk about that. This is what a lot of people don't know about. So we're at about 700 signatures right now on the petition. Let me show you this. Okay. Remove Funky Dineva from Fox Soul for disrespecting Black women and girls. Now, listen, whether you agree or not, whether you agree or not, this petition is happening, right? You may not like it, but guess what? I don't give a damn, because it ain't stopping anything that I'm doing or any of the other women who are really just tired of this trend, no matter what your orientation is, how you identify, what community you belong to. If you are an XY chromosome, you are capable of participating in misogyny and misogyny war. And it's getting laid out. I want to ask y'all this question. The link is down below in the description box. Okay. So it's the very first link you see down there. Okay. And as a matter of fact, let me put it in the, make sure as I'm talking, just go ahead and sign. I'm just going to talk. Make sure you sign. One of the purposes, I'm going to give you some backstory and some history. I'm going to give you some backstory and some history. And there are some other things that I do want to discuss and go over pertaining to Fox. But really, just go ahead and sign while we're talking and just click right back onto the video. Okay, please, 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 please do so. I want you all to think about the transcript and exactly what Funky Dineva said, and think about if it was a heterosexual presenting male, a man with a deep voice, baggy pants, a do-rag, a cap on, and an extra large white tee saying, "She ugly as shit. She could have kept her makeup on, and she had to, and it's just fake as fuck. And then why won't Halle tell her she pregnant? If she won't tell her she pregnant, she need to." If it was coming from a deep voice and a man with a large white tee on who was heterosexual, y'all wouldn't be accepting it. And this was part of the point that I was making in my last video. Misogyny or misogyny war should not be more palatable or easily accepted because it's coming from somebody who is feminine. If the man is feminine, that's okay. But just because he's feminine and being misogynistic doesn't mean you are obligated to accept it. Ladies, I need you to stand up. Stand up. A lot of times, a feminine man will get away with misogyny and we'll just laugh it off like it's a joke. Stop giggling in these niggas' faces. It's not doing anything but emboldening them to get a bit more blatant and to continue with their stuff. You are enabling the misogyny at this point. And then when it goes too far, it's difficult to bring it back and say, hey, respect me, when they're so far over the line, because you've allowed them to already cross the boundary, but they just kept inching up as far as to how worse and how worse and how worse and how worse it got. Stop. This misogyny is not okay. I don't give a shit what the orientation of the XY chromosome is. It's too much. It's too much. And we cannot let this story pass. We just can't. We can't. We cannot let this conversation die down. We cannot let this pass like any other media cycle. We have to make noise about this. It's ridiculous. Most of the times when we're boycotting something or when we want to make a stand, we say, hit them in their pockets. Hit them where it hurts, their pockets. Well, in this instance, we ain't giving Fox Soul no damn money. But you know what we are giving them? Our views, our support. The viewership means everything to them. You can also call up your cable company and call Fox, but I'm going to get on to that a little bit later. Okay? So, let's go ahead and read into this petition and everything that it entails. And like I said, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, make sure you do so. It's 680 of us here, 200 thumbs up. What's going on? Why? Don't make me go get Joe Button on y'all. Why y'all ain't hitting thumbs up?
Why?
Someone said, does he go by Funky Dineva or Quentin on TGIF? He goes by both. It's interchangeable. Most of the times they call him Funky, but other times they might call him Q. They rarely say Quentin, but they'll call him Q. So it's interchangeable as far as what he goes by on TGIF. Let me see how many people are signing. Okay, we got 10 extra signatures. We need more people to sign a petition. Moderators, if you could do me a favor and drop the link. The shortened link is just a bit more aesthetically appealing. Sign the petition. Put it down here. I'm going to get to y'all super chats in a minute. Thank you all so much for supporting, and thank you to the people who are joining the membership. Mods, if you could go ahead and drop the link. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go into the moderator chat in the Discord and copy and paste something that type something that you all can copy and paste and just keep putting it in. So for the new people trickling in, they can go ahead and sign. So let's get into this write-up surrounding this petition, because a lot of people don't know this petition exists. So it's important that not only you sign the petition, but you share the petition and also share this video. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this write-up. So why this petition matters, right? So it says, we, the concerned individuals who value and respect equality, are deeply disturbed by the recent comments made by Funky Dineva, aka Quentin, on Fox Soul. As a platform that reaches a large national audience, it is crucial that we hold influencers accountable for their actions and demand better representation. Black women and girls are consistently disrespected and unprotected in America. From historical injustice to present-day discrimination, Black women face unique challenges that often go unnoticed or ignored. The derogatory remarks made by Funky Dineva only perpetuate this cycle of disrespect and contribute to the marginalization of Black women. It is important to recognize that these comments are not isolated incidents, but rather reflect a pattern. Now, did not sell. I told y'all that when people say it's not that big of a deal, he's just doing her job, y'all doing too much. I'm like, this is a pattern over the course of well over a decade, to be quite frank with you. This is not an isolated incident. This is a part of a pattern, but that's actually a regular part of my vocabulary anyway. Dineva also called Blue Ivy ugly with his whole chest back when she was only a little girl under 6 years old. As responsible consumers of media content, we must demand better representation from the individuals we support. By allowing people like Funky Dineva to continue spreading disrespectful behavior from prominent platforms like Fox Soul, we inadvertently endorse this harmful culture. Therefore, we call upon Fox Soul to take immediate action by removing Quentin Funky Dineva Latham from their platform. It's time for us as a society to prioritize respect and equality over entertainment value. We deserve role models who uplift and empower all individuals, regardless of their race or gender. Sign this petition if you believe in creating an inclusive society where every individual feels respected and protected, regardless of their background or identity. Together, let's send a strong message that derogatory remarks aimed at any group will not be tolerated on mainstream platforms. It's time for change. Let's stand united against the perpetuation of disrespect towards Black women. Sign this petition and let Fox Soul know that we demand better representation and accountability from our celebrities. Celebrities is a strong word, but I get what they're saying. I absolutely do. I get it. I get it. I get it. And so I know that there was some people on the community tab saying, oh, I don't agree with this. It wasn't that big of a deal. Da, da, da. Here's what you have to understand. Unfortunately, misogyny will always have a place in today's society. It's always going to be profitable. It's always going to be profitable. Always. So it's not like he's going to go hungry with losing this opportunity. He still has his individual YouTube channel in which he can spew the mess that he wants to spew. Period. Right? He still has his job at the radio station. But something has to be done, right? There's a difference between talking like this on your individual platform and talking like this on a network that it has national and global reach, right? And I know a lot of people want to crap on it. I hear some people calling it flop soul and saying they don't have that much reach. Go look at the numbers. They do have a reach. I get we want to diss and drag everything associated with this incident. However, there's a bigger responsibility when you are sitting and representing a network such as Fox, 21st Century Fox Network, and your own individual YouTube channel. And this just simply is not acceptable. Not only is it not acceptable from Funky, the way Al and Funky both had that dialogue about feeling entitled to Halle's uterus was ridiculous. Telling her to stay in the house if she doesn't want to share whether she is pregnant or not, if she doesn't want to confirm or deny if she's pregnant, saying, well, her ass need to stay in the house, is ridiculous. And then to call her a liar, which isn't the facts. She never said she was. She never said she was not pregnant. But these misogynistic men feel so entitled. Tell me you're pregnant, and if not, stay in the house if you don't want us to speculate. Well, there's one thing we've speculated about Al from long ago when he was married to that woman. What was her name? Comet? Was it Moon? Oh, no, it was Star, right? So it boggles my mind how some people in this society feel like they have the right to keep secrets, whether it's their orientation, whether they're closeted, whether they're not ready to be outed yet. And they feel like they have the right to keep that secret, and it's wrong for other people to out it, and it's none of nobody's damn business, but they feel entitled to a woman's womb and her pregnancy and her uterus. Pee on this stick, and if you won't tell me, stay home. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. So thank y'all for hitting thumbs up on the video if you haven't already. We're going to continue getting into some facts. Oh, we got a lot of people to sign. 751. We're doing good. We were just at 709, 751. Good. Let's hope we can get to 800 in, let's say, the next 15 minutes. Hopefully we can get to 800. Okay. So, like I said, I just wanted to, address a couple of things. There were some people on my community tab when I posted this that said, I don't agree with this because I've heard Funky go hard for Black women sometimes. Everybody panders when it's convenient for them. Everybody panders, right? And so more times than not, if you're standing up for Black women in a calm tone, like, oh, let that Black woman be great. But when it comes to you tearing one down unprovoked for no reason, and she wasn't even the subject of the situation, again, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he had a lot of venom and vitriol in him with the way he said that. He was passionate about the diss, and he's calm about the selective pandering and the selective uplifting of the Black woman. And I'm just not here for it. And I want to remind you, ladies, that this is a win for us. I really I'm really asking y'all on some honest stuff. How many times have we seen a member of the LGBT community apologize to a heterosexual woman? Because they never thought they could go wrong. It's oftentimes the other way around. You've seen plenty of people issue PR statements and apologies because they've offended somebody that's technically a part of a protected class, which would be the LGBT community. And people tiptoe, they tiptoeing in their Jordans. They tiptoeing and they apologizing to that community because that community makes noise and they get things done with their social media, because when they feel as though they're disrespected, they make noise and they don't shut the hell up about it. But I've never seen it this way around. And I don't think that they would. And that is why I say, regardless of the fact that Funky Dineva did not mean that apology by any means necessary. And I saw a lot of people saying, I wish he wouldn't apologize because he didn't mean it. It wasn't genuine. No, he didn't mean it. But did you see how uncomfortable he was when he had to deliver that? Oh, he was uncomfortable. He was embarrassed. He was humiliated. He didn't want to do that. And Al was equally as uncomfortable. You saw it on the screen. There's nobody from that community that felt like they would ever be held accountable, or the pendulum of accountability would swing their way when it comes to offending heterosexual people, because let them tell it, they never offend heterosexual people. Calling us cis ain't offensive, regardless of how many times we scream from the rooftops, don't call me that. Don't call me that. Oh, but we got an apology, didn't we? Didn't mean it, but we got a moment to send a message and say, oh, we can make you cave and apologize too. This is not a one-way street. It's a baby step for sure. It's not all the progress that we want right now. Oh, no, it's not. But baby, it's something, and it's history. You're right. Al isn't getting enough smoke, Imani. But what can we do? I mean, I can continue to bring him up, but how can we hit Al? Al doesn't have it, How can we? Well, you know what? He could have been included in this petition too. He could have been included in the petition. I didn't make this petition. Someone sent me this petition when it literally had 6 signatures. Somebody shot it to me on Twitter when it was brand spanking new. 6 signatures. And I've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it ever since. And here we are at 770. So, we have to believe that we have some power. We already made a bit of Congress. They're snatching videos down. They're conveniently on vacation this week. Who's to know what differences or what they're going to implement next week to try to ensure that things like this won't happen again. But, we're doing something. We're doing something. So I wanted to get into the petition. I showed you my post in the community tab and my message to everybody who was supporting not only myself, but any other content creator that is speaking up and out about this instance, because it's not a one-time thing. It's such a vicious cycle. I mean, at the end of the day, sexism has been a thing since nearly the beginning of time, to be quite honest with you. So I think that regardless of whether the man is feminine or not, when he gets the opportunity to be misogynistic, that's what he's going to do. And whether that's their pronoun or not, when any XY gets the opportunity to be misogynistic, they will. So I just want women to wake up and be able to easier and better and faster be able to clock the misogyny, no matter who it's coming from. I don't care if they're wearing lipstick or white tee. I don't care if they got a high voice or low voice. They got their nails done. They saucy Santana. I don't give a damn. Clock that misogyny anytime you get a chance, because it's happening. It's happening. Okay. So thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate you. I love it too. I think my makeup looks really cute today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's go on to our next subject today. Let's go on to our next subject. All right. So there are some losses being had. Okay, there are some losses being had, and I want to just briefly go over these things again to really further emphasize the power that we have as as women, but really as anybody who stands with us women who are speaking up about this, right?
Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news.
So we take a stroll over here, and I appreciate y'all support. Thank y'all so much for coming out and just clicking on this video. There are over 1,100 of us in here right now. We only got 416 thumbs up, but that's okay. Be sure to share this video with somebody in your group chats, text message, Facebook, Twitter, however it is that you share videos. Just make sure that you share this thing with somebody, okay? Because we get ready to get into the history of Fox Soul, the history of Fox in general, and then how Fox Soul was born and why it really was an act that was triggered by the guilty conscience of Fox, because Fox got some dirt under their belt. Yes, they do. So we're going to get into that. Okay. So let's take a look at Funky Dineva's subscriber count. Now, he does have a massive amount of subscribers, right? Currently he has 407, but he's been kind of losing almost 1,000 a day. He lost 1,000 on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Between Sunday and Monday, he lost 1,000, and we don't have the final count for it today. So he's went down from 411,000 subscribers to 407,000 subscribers. That is where Funky Dineva is with his subscriber count. I do recommend that we continue to unsubscribe and relinquish our support, especially because, you know, if his apology would have come off a bit more genuine, I think we might be in a different place. However, he stood 10 toes down on it, and you could see the level of discomfort. He did not mean it. He is determined to speak this way about us, all while emulating us and cosplaying us whenever it's convenient for him. It's the envy for me. It's the envy for me, right? The envy of not being a Black woman and you're a Black man instead. That's what it is for me. However, we can't doubt our power. Some people might look at the number of subscribers and be like, oh, we're never really going to be able to impact or make a decent enough change. If you go into a war, this is a war on women, right? This is a war on women. If you go into this thing doubting yourself and saying, well, we're never going to actually make a change, that's just a dent. That's nothing compared to all. Then we're done. It's kind of like people who recycle, right? Which individual person in this world is recycling and is actually making a substantial difference on their own? Like on their own. Each individual person is not making a difference. It is the collective effort that, you know, when it all comes together, that is what ultimately affects change. So it is so important. It's so important that we not lose faith. Okay, the petition only has 700 signatures right now. Okay. He only lost what, 4,000 subscribers right now. Okay. We still need to have faith and move forward. And we need to keep this same energy for anybody else who decides to come with this same type of energy towards us. Everybody else is a protected class but us. Everybody else, right? So we have to protect ourselves. We can't wait for the government to do it. We can't wait for men to do it. We can't wait for feminine men who pretend to be our allies to step up and speak out and say something about it, although some of them have. And not to necessarily call them feminine, people who are men who are part of the LGBT community, right? Like I said, King of Reeds, Kempire, I forget the name of that other person, but there are people from the LGBT community speaking up and speaking out against this, right? Because they recognize how wrong it is. So we can't wait for anybody else to save us. We have to save ourselves and speak up for ourselves. If you're a great speaker, then speak. If you type better and you write good, then do that. If you're good at making phone calls and sending emails, then do that. We got to keep our aces in our places. I used to work at McDonald's way back in the day. And one thing the store, the mantra of the store was keep your aces in your places. Whoever's best at drive through, keep them there. Who's ever best on the fries or the burgers or the register, keep them there. And that's what keeps the system moving efficiently, right? So understand what your strengths are and understand what your weaknesses are. And let's all just band together. We can disagree on different things. We can be a part of different political parties, whatever the case is. But when it comes to us being disrespected, our differences shouldn't keep us from working together to dismantle this thing. Because this thing is vicious, it's dangerous, and it's nasty. Okay? So let's move on to looking at who else has lost some subscribers. Fox Soul, let's take a look. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Child, wait, did it just go back? Oh, I just went back by mistake. Okay, here we go. All right. So when we take a look at, oh my goodness, I got this magic mouse pad on this. I got this Apple Magic Mouse Pad, and it is very sensitive to how you swipe on it. Okay, so this is the Fox Soul page. Okay, and as you can see, Fox Soul has lost 1,000 subscribers. Not nearly as much. Okay, not nearly as much. Now we got 1,200 people in the chat and only 500 likes. Come on now. Now, the 1,000 subscriber deficit for Fox Soul isn't nearly as much as we would like to see, but it is something. It shows that we made noise. We reached a lot of people, which is why I said, listen, whoever it is that's speaking out and speaking up against this, I respect it. I might not agree with their regular content. I might not agree with all the points that they made in their videos, but we need to get this out to as many different audiences as possible. I know for me, I can be too abrasive for people sometimes. My jokes, the way that I speak, the way that I cuss sometimes, it can just be too much. So anybody, whether you're conservative or whatever the case is, speak up about this, share these videos, create these conversations, talk about it in the hair salons and the barbershops. We do need to speak about this because we were able to get 5,000 people to unsubscribe from, collectively between the two of them. And that is a big deal, especially for people who are already large conglomerates in this media sector, right? This digital landscape over here. That is a big deal. It's a big deal. And I think that we need to keep up the good work. We need to keep up the good work. Okay. So I just wanted to bring the subscriber count to your attention and how, you unsubscribing from people, it really does make a difference. Whether you know it or not, whether you have faith in it or not, whether you want to believe in it or not, it absolutely does make a difference. Okay. So I wanted to talk about the subscriber count. Now, one thing there was, of course, there were a gajillion comments, calling me phobic because I'm bringing up Funky Dineva's sexuality and how he identifies. And listen, let me tell you something. I'm sending a message to the women who are really ready to understand that you don't have to tolerate abuse and that it's not funny, because there are a lot of women who really just aren't able to recognize misogyny if it's coming from someone that's feminine. A lot of times, some women get far too comfortable with a feminine friend who just so happens to be a man or an XY chromosome. And they start thinking that whatever they say about women is okay. The way women talk about women and the way men talk about women are two totally different things. Two totally different things. And so I'm trying to wake the women up. Women be thinking that only men who are heterosexual presenting have the capability of being misogynistic. And it's just not true. And it's really interesting when somebody goes out of their way to make their sexuality their main personality trait, like their actual personality. And then someone else brings it up and it's an issue. No, if you feel so open to speak on women and women's business, more specifically, their womb, their pregnancy, their results, you're commenting on their body and assuming they're pregnant, and you don't feel the need to stay in your lane about that, and you see nothing wrong with that, what gives you the right to be entitled to women's business and then think that I'm somehow excluded from speaking on your community? Because the community of women is a community, right? And so I had so many people calling me phobic, and I'm trying to tell women, listen, Funky is obviously a part of the LGBT community. He's been very open about that. I'm not outing him. He's open about it, as is Al. And the conversation that they had about those sisters was completely disgusting, especially how they spoke about Halle's stomach and what's inside of it. It's a very sensitive time. And women aren't obligated to tell a man that she's pregnant just because he's a man. Make that make sense. Absolutely not. And so if you don't like me making that point and you want to call everything under the sun homophobia, transphobia, this phobia, that phobia, baby, go ahead. But again, like I said, it doesn't even mean anything to me anymore. It doesn't, because y'all throw it around so recklessly and for everything. Not all, some. Woo, let me iterate that. Some. I'm only talking about the misogynistic men within the LGBT community. Okay. I'm actually talking about misogyny coming from both communities, but it seems like it's more difficult to identify and spot coming from the non-heterosexual community. And that is the reason why I'm spotlighting it. So every time somebody makes a point about said non-heterosexual community, it's not phobia, but if that's what you want to call it, okay. It's starting to lose its impact. It really is. Have you ever seen somebody just calling a race call? Oh, it's because I'm black, but they actually are legitimately like dead wrong, pulling a black car, but they're dead wrong. Like, and they're just pulling something out their pocket just to, no. So I said that, you know what? Everybody calling me phobic, whoever's calling me phobic, I don't give a damn. It doesn't mean anything to me. And they come down there and they say, oh, this is an act of violence. You know, you sound like a white supremacist saying that it doesn't mean nothing when people call you phobic. I don't have to agree to everything somebody calls me. I could call you an idiot or a mammy right now. You do not have to agree to that. So because I say it means nothing to me when you call me phobic means that I'm being white supremacist. Make it make sense. Make it make some sense for me. These talking points are ridiculous and redundant and illogical. However, I will say that one point that I kept seeing in the comment section was, oh, if only y'all was buy this girl's album. Oh, if y'all had only bought this girl's album like that, we wouldn't even be here, because what he said was true about her albums. We wouldn't. At what point did, first of all, I'm actually Chloe's biggest fan for multiple reasons. Number one, it started with the way she looked. You know, when you walk into a makeup store, women, and you try to look for somebody that looks like you because you feel like you're going to get the best advice or direction from them. It's that relatability for you. I'm not going to walk into the MAC store and walk up to an Asian woman and ask her what my shade is or what my undertone is. I'm going to walk up to a woman that looks like me. And for me, it was the relatability, because in the entertainment industry, more specifically the music industry, when it comes to the younger folks, the millennials and the Gen Zs, we don't have a lot of people with lock representation, because locks are looked at as something that's, you know, it's ugly, it's untamed. It doesn't adhere to the Eurocentric beauty standards. So that was my first draw to Chloe. Then I fell in love with her talent, because she truly is, both her and her sister. So don't come over here. Y'all ain't buy her album, but y'all got all this energy, and we wouldn't even. At what point does low album sales justify the type of attack coming from that man unprovoked? Tell me, how did you get that in them jeans? To help me understand what the hell the album sales got to do with tolerating disrespect. I don't give a damn if she sold half an album. I don't give a damn. Some of y'all don't make no damn sense. And y'all will do anything to deflect and to railroad the conversation. And I'm not having it. And again, let me reiterate, I don't give a damn. I don't agree with the petition, because if y'all just had bought her album, then maybe Funky wouldn't have had that opinion, because he was right about her, you know, not moving no units. Get help. I need y'all to get some help. Some of y'all are literally sick.
This is a sick Negro.
It's not making no sense. Okay? Mods, let me tell you something. If you deem the disrespect to be at a certain level, don't even worry about timing people out. Just block them. Just block them. If you come into my chat calling me homophobic because you're determined to be intentionally obtuse, then get ready to get blocked. Just block them. Please don't even time them out. Okay? Somebody talking about wear your homophobia with pride. Pride is not my thing. It's yours. And I'm saying what I'm saying with my whole chest. And I won't ever take it back. The same way you got people in your community that say shit with their whole chest. and they won't ever take it back. See, it's okay when y'all dish that type of energy and shit, but then when you get it back, all of a sudden y'all can't handle it. What's wrong? What's wrong? I don't get it. I had a mammy come in my comments the other day talking about, oh, y'all taking it, don't take it personal. He's a roaster. He's a joker. He didn't mean it. I said, you know, I tell jokes too, because truth be told, Q is not a comedian. Funky Dineva is not a comedian. Does he tell jokes and is he funny? Yes, but is he a comedian? Can you book him? When's the last time he had a gig where he was telling jokes? Around about the time he called Blue Ivy ugly, when he had on that wig and that lipstick and them sandals, and then shit went left. He doesn't know how to tell jokes and keep things okay. He's not a comedian. He's a roaster. He's a gagger, and he tells jokes. So how dare you come to my comment section and tell me not to take something personal that he said that applies to more Black women than just Chloe. And then when I say to you, okay, well, I tell jokes too. I make people crack the fuck up over here. I do. The same way he make people laugh, and everybody got their own different brands of comedy, right? I said, okay, well, I'm a roaster too. Let me just be honest with you. And this is just a joke. Don't take it personal. You sound like a mammy. She responds, oh, so you respond to this by attacking me. Ooh, that makes a lot of sense. How is this an attack? So when he said it's okay, because he's a jokester, he's a roaster, so am I. Honestly, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I literally will sit over here and joke and roast. I really will. Check out my first video I did on this. I went in. So how come it's okay when he tells a certain joke about, and all I said was, you sound like a mammy. I didn't call you fat. You talk about how you look without makeup. I didn't say you ain't successful, but you're trying to be like he insinuated with Chloe's album sales. I said none of that. So how come y'all mammies can dish shit like that and classify his shit as jokes when he's not a certified comedian? But when I do it, or when somebody else gives you that energy back, all of a sudden it's classified as an attack. You can't have it both ways. I'm not giving it to you both ways. Go to Burger King and get it your way. Because over here, it's not happening. I'm just saying. At least if you want to dish it out, be able to take it. Over here looking like. I don't think that the office made sense for scapegoat for that. Most should have been but the fact that they put him in there and that's it. Last but not least, a point I wanted to get into was somebody said, a mammy too, a Black woman. Oh, how come Q can't call her ugly? Oh, it's only if you're less desirable than most, you're not allowed to call people ugly. I'm like, shut up. I didn't even respond, but it's shut up, because it's not even just about what he said about Chloe. How many times do I have to say? It's literally about the entitlement that men have to tell women what to do. I want to know this about you. I'm curious. I see your body size. Tell me what I want to know. Otherwise, stay in the house. That is crazy to me. This is a working woman. And because you're not getting what you want, you're trying to control her. And that, right, on a syndicated and on a large platform spreading to other men, whether they be a part of the LGBT community or not, is a dangerous thing to put out, to act like all men can be entitled to women in their business like that, and then therefore tell them what to do, as if women don't have the right to keep secrets, like Al did for quite some time, and like other of his counterparts. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how we was introduced to Al. I don't have to go down that road, but y'all know exactly what I'm talking about as far as that marriage with Star Jones and how he identified then and how he identifies now. And his intentions when he met that woman, and what he already identified deep down inside as, and then all of a sudden after the divorce, now all of a sudden he's openly identifying as this. Stop playing with me. If you have the right to keep secrets, then so do women. Leave them young women alone. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to get to all of y'all super chats. If you want to support the show, feel free. You can send a Cash App. It is not required. You can consider hitting the like button or the thumbs up button. That's a free way to support the show. You can send something to the Cash App right here, $THA, PLAINESTjane. Make sure you proofread it if you do. It's not THE, it's THA. or you can send a Cash App or join the membership, because we will be backstage later on tonight and it's going to be really fun. And I'm going to open the phone lines. Okay. So shout out to everybody supporting the show. And if you have sent, shout out to Stacy who sent a Cash App. Thank you so much. All right. So let's keep going with the show and get into some information. Okay. Low album sales does not justify attacks or verbal abuse. Constructive criticism, yes, absolutely. If he was going to be constructive about Chloe's career and say, you know what, I think it's just too sexual for me. I think she's trying too hard. Her personality comes off a little bit, I don't get it. But hey, okay, I think her sister's stomach is a little bit big right now. She might be pregnant. She might not be pregnant. If she is, congratulations. If not, we got it wrong, and just kept it pushing, right? When being a shock jock goes wrong, it goes wrong. Nasty attacks under the guise of jokes, we really shouldn't be tolerating it anymore. We really need to be checking the nuance and the undertones that lie beneath these jokes coming from these men, no matter whether they're feminine, masculine, metrosexual, what's called metrosexual, doesn't matter what it is, okay? Check these nuances and check these men, right? It's all of our responsibility to chip in and do something about this to make the world a better place. You got to talk about it like you're talking about recycling at this point. Shit. God dang.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Mad that I'm holding Funky accountable. Y'all act like people of from certain communities are exempt from being held accountable, and I be damned. Shit. All right. Moving on. Let's get into the history of Fox Soul. The history of Fox Soul. We need to get into this. All right. So a lot of Black people, let's just take it back. Let's just dial it back to before Fox Soul was even born. This was right around the panorama time. The panorama, aka the pandemic, is when Fox Soul was launched, when it was officially born, right? And so I really want to get into this history because I think that it's a really interesting perspective, to be quite frank with you. Okay. So a lot of us were apprehensive about Fox Soul in the first place because it still falls under the Fox umbrella. Let's just go ahead and start there. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start there. All right. And so let me zoom in so that you all can see this from the Los Angeles Times. So we used to watch, if you don't remember, we used to watch a lot of things on Fox, right? In Living Color, Martin, Living Single, Star, Empire. There was a lot of stuff that we used to watch on Fox Soul. But when we hear Fox, we think Fox News. Like Fox has become shorthand for Fox News. But when we hear Fox, anything, whether it's Fox by itself, Fox News, Fox Soul, we understand that they all under the same umbrella. And Fox News and how they feel and what they spew about Black people. It's just not. Like, it's just not. We're apprehensive. But Fox, honestly, as a company, they figured we've been locked into, other subcompartments under the Fox umbrella, or the 21st Century Fox Network umbrella, both past and present. Like I said, Martin, Living Single, and all that stuff, that we will begin to forget how nasty Fox News or Fox in general can be. And they figured that we wouldn't be able to distinguish the difference between Fox News, or anything else. And when you understand that it's an entire network, it's not even like they're under the same management with different names. Like it's all Fox, right? So you can see here in this article, let me make it big on the screen for you. In recent years, Fox has become shorthand for Fox News. Okay. So they were sitting and going through this, and I think that they were being a bit delusional with themselves, or maybe they were just being toxically optimistic or hopeful as far as what we're capable of remembering, right? So Fox executives were saying that they haven't seen any evidence that any association with Fox and Fox News and Fox Soul would turn anybody off, right? They didn't see that. But honestly, there was some apprehension there. There was. And this was a point that came out while they were streamlining and really beginning to birth Fox Soul, or they were beginning to strategize and come up with the concept of what Fox Soul is. And so when we really get into the dirty reason why Fox Soul was born, it might blow your mind, or it might make you feel some type of way about watching them all together. Okay, it really might, right? So as a people, why don't we like Fox? Why as Black people, why don't we like Fox? Like, as a whole, right? So the commentators on Fox News they've always been a megaphone for former President 45, right? And that's, kind of in recent times, but they were also overly critical over our first Black president, that being Barack Obama. And then we get to 2017, and there started to be a lot of different lawsuits, okay, that popped up pertaining to racial discrimination and lawsuits, and people really coming out and being honest about what they were experiencing in the workplace, right? So there was a racial discrimination lawsuit filed by a Black anchor named Kelly Wright. Now, Fox ended up really coming out of pocket for this joint right here. Kelly Wright, let me kind of zoom in so you can read along a little bit, but I'll just kind of tell you what's happening here. Fox ended up paying Miss Kelly Wright a settlement in the amount of $10 million in 2018. $10 million. You think about how deep does the discrimination have to run and be, and how blatant and how irrefutable can it be, and the evidence surrounding it, if they paid a settlement in the amount of $10 million in 2018? However, and that's just one person. They had a series of different lawsuits. Kiva's in the building. Hey, Kiva. Hey, come get this commentary. Hey, it's Stu Queen B. So how deep does it have to be if you paying out $10 million? That alone says a lot right there to me, right? But it's not hard to believe, because we hear how they allow Black people to be referenced and talked about on Fox, Fox News in particular. But we hear that, but they don't allow that type of rhetoric to take place about, when it comes to the whites. When it comes to the people with the complexion for protection, they don't allow that to go down. Now, it has also been alleged that minorities who worked in the network's payroll division were subjected to years of verbal abuse and quote unquote plantation style management by high ranking white executives. Okay. And all of this coming to light due to a series of different racial discrimination cases from over 11 different employees. Okay. Now, the employees allege that senior management turned a blind eye to appalling racial discrimination. Okay. Said that inappropriate racist comments were made on a regular basis. Okay. And so truly, the real dirty reason why Fox Soul was born, okay, if we want to get into it, I wish I had a drum roll sound effect. The real reason, truly, they created Fox Soul, right? Or they started strategizing and coming up with the ideas and brainstorming right around that time in order to give off the image of diversity after all of the racial complaints and lawsuits. It wasn't because they gave a damn about us, so they felt like we deserved a spot underneath of their umbrella of all of these different, subdivisions and things. It was because they were being hit with a series of dozens of racial discrimination lawsuits. And they said, what can we do as damage control to kind of barter with the court of public opinion and give off the look that we are diverse and we do accept niggas? Let's throw them their own little thing. Let's call it Fox Soul. Yeah, that's right. They literally threw us a trinket. They did. That's appalling to me. let alone when we get into who owns. And if you haven't signed the petition, make sure you do so. If you haven't signed the petition, make sure you do so. Okay? Make sure you sign the petition. We talked about if you're late getting in, come on in, have a seat on the bus, hit thumbs up, but make sure you sign the petition, okay? It's free. It doesn't cost any money. We'll keep dropping it in the chat. Okay? I feel like that's just a real foul, dirty way. They didn't really feel like there was nobody who was actually of color there who came up with an idea, or not to say that nobody of color was there that came up with the idea. It's that the idea wasn't there or accepted by upper management. Who's to say that there wasn't a person of color there that had an idea like, hey, can we get a little station underneath of whatever that's, for us, by us? No, none of that. None of that. Okay. And so it literally was a for us, by us. At least what they were trying to present to us, it was a for us, by us. I can honestly say in the early days of Fox Soul, it did seem more authentic. It did seem more genuine. And I was an avid watcher. I was an avid watcher of Fox Soul. And like I said, we were apprehensive. But again, this launched, right? Fox Soul launched right around when the pandemic was at its height and everybody was stuck in the house. Everything was locked down. And I'm like, we got a whole new wave of different people in front of and behind the camera. Let's just see what they talk about. You had the Fox Soul Black Report and everything like that. So it's just like, let's give it a chance. Every Black person that you see in media isn't necessarily working for a Black-owned company. Does that mean you shouldn't support them? So that was kind of my mentality with giving the talent, the Black folks, a chance to let me see what they got. And in the very beginning, I was satisfied. Well, I really only was getting down with the Black Report. I'm not even gonna hold you. The Black Report was the only thing that I was down with. Here's an example.
thePLAINESTjane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some Black, and she said, loves me some Black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
The original cast of Fox Soul's Black Report was so authentic. They had amazing chemistry. I tuned in every day, and that came on at 6 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. And there was something that really rolled the line, right? In between down to earth and professional. It was both. They didn't seem too uptight. Good evening today, Channel 13 News. It didn't give that. It was somewhere in between them talking to you regularly, but having a professional posture about them. I really enjoyed it. And news has always been my thing, right? So that is why this clip even exists, because I was always heavy in the comments, and that's what I commented. I just so happened to capture it via screen record and used it as my intro. I really enjoyed it. And when they canceled, well, they didn't cancel the Black Report. They replaced them with some other really stiff people. And I had to, walk away because I just couldn't even enjoy it anymore. So nonetheless, this is the reason why. This is a reason why Fox Soul was born. Fox felt guilty, right? 21st century Fox Network felt guilty, and they wanted to do damage control, and they wanted to beg and plead and barter with the court of public opinion to prove or do something to show that they are really diverse and that they give a damn about Black people when really they don't. Who is paying a $10 million settlement if they didn't do anything wrong to a Black anchor? They clearly did something wrong, right? So I find that to be extremely disturbing. And so for all these reasons and more, right, in addition to the Tucker Carlson and all of that mess that they condone, right, Black people were apprehensive about Fox Soul for all these reasons. But, we were so bored and we wanted to give it a chance. So we did. But truth be told, they didn't want us to have our own our own little section under their umbrella. It was a trinket, similar to, instead of giving us reparations, instead of giving us, free healthcare or free therapy or whatever, they give us statues. Like, no, my ancestors built this country. I go, stop it with these trinkets and things. Relieve all of our student loan debt. Give us the damn reparations, something. Jeez Louise. Nonetheless, let's get into, and thank y'all so much for watching. If you could do me a favor, there are 1,360 people here, right? 1,360 people here, and we had 800 thumbs up. Can we please just hit the thumbs up button? It would help me out a lot. It would help me out a lot. It would help me out a lot. And it's free, all right? So thank you so much. Leo, get down. Get down. It's not a thank you, because it's not a question. That's my talkative cat. Pay him no mind, okay? Someone said, I saw someone say cocktails with queens was too classy. I will say, I feel like they did try to be a bit too classy and it came off cheesy. However, they were very much out of touch. I felt like they needed to do more work before they went live. Not to say that everybody has to sit down and do full-blown research on every story. At the end of the day, you got 4 people there. They only really get 4, 5, 6 minutes per story to get 4 people's opinion. But there was so much misinformation spread on there, people who didn't understand all of the stories. And they were kind of just out of touch. And, we can't forget how Lisa Ray called Blue Ivy's hair nappy and said that her grandbaby's hair wasn't nappy and it was better than Blue Ivy's hair. So that was kind of ugly too. Okay. So I don't think that they did a good job keeping up with time. Matter of fact, I can pull that clip up for you right now because I do still have it here. Okay.
What are your thoughts on these tweets about Blue Ivy, and should he apologize to her and her parents? Lisa Ray, what you think?
I think, no, you don't want to know what I think.
I do. I do. Girl, here we go. Let me go. Let me get my little cheap wine cool.
Rusty Chow. Had he said that about baby Bella?
Girl fight.
He couldn't say that about baby Bella because she doesn't have nappy hair.
Doesn't make a difference. It's a child.
I'll go with that for 200.
Okay. You would have been through the
Rolex on your wrist, a plain giant.
So that was quite ignorant. That was quite ignorant. I know Lisa Ray is a fan fave. I know that she is a cult classic. I know that when we think about Lisa Ray, we think about the Players Club and Diamond and all that other stuff and all of our other iconic roles. But that was beyond ignorant and classist and disgusting. Disgusting to pit 2 babies against each other based on hair texture. I don't like that. And there's people like Lisa Ray that sometimes give light-skinned people a bad rep. Y'all think y'all better than us, whether it be the hair texture or whatever. Now texturism is a thing that's not just a part, affiliated with lighter skin or fair skin, right? Let's get that right. However, like that just wasn't right? Like that was just not okay. So I don't know what she was drinking. I don't know if she was drinking gin or what, but that was very nasty. So that was that. So if you are watching via Roku, you can hit the like with your remote control. So don't forget that if you're watching on your television. All right. So that's that. Let's continue and get into who owns Fox Soul. Who owns Fox Soul? 1,400 people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I would watch Cocktails with Queens sometimes when I didn't have anything else to watch, but it's definitely a thing. So let's get into who owns Fox Soul. All right. Drop some pancakes down below in the chat and make sure to hit thumbs up.
Get into this Black-owned business, Stickies. It's got things for inside your home, outside your home, and even on the go. JasmineMadeIt.com is your new destination for Black Girl Magic mugs, tumblers, and even wine glasses. You can even customize the tumblers and wine glasses. There's a lot going on for a low price over at JasmineMadeIt.com. And if you've been serious about wanting to support more Black-owned businesses, here's your chance. Let JasmineMadeIt.com handle all your problems for family and friends. You ever had a friend over and they just wasn't catching the hint or paying the rent?
Y'all asses all get to stepping.
Yeah, tell them to get to stepping with this nostalgic Martin-themed doormat and shop over a dozen different doormat designs over on JasmineMadeIt.com. All right, Stickies, you know what time it is. It's time to put your money where your mouth is and shop Black today. Make life easier for you and your household by taking your family's hot or cold beverages on the go with one of these unique tumblers. It's insulated to keep your beverage at temperature, and it comes with a few different reusable straws and even the specific brush that you need to wash it so you can keep it sanitized and germ-free. They've got all kinds of designs to match your mood or style. So grab something for your wife, the hubby, or even the kids over on JasmineMadeIt.com. That's JasmineMadeIt.com, and I'll see you over there.
All right. And don't forget, you can use my code Jane for 10% off, just JANE, 10% off, no minimum purchase requirement. Okay. So let's talk about who owns Fox Soul. I found this to be so interesting and so shocking when I found this out, especially as it relates to this debacle that has us talking about Fox Soul in the first place. All right. And so let's go ahead and get into this. So if you don't know, now you know, Disney owns Fox Soul, child. Disney owns Fox Soul, and I find that to be beyond ironic, far beyond ironic that Disney owns Fox Soul, considering the fact that that's where Funky decided he wanted to, for both Funky and Al, right? We ain't gonna leave him out the mix. They both decided they wanted to disrespect a Disney princess. I mean, make that make some sense for me. Is that not crazy to y'all? He lucky he ain't got a tap on the shoulder. I know there are some people rumoring that he's gotten fired. I can tell you Funky himself has said that he's not fired, right? A lot of people feel like this week vacation is a bit suspect. It's a bit suspicious. The timing of it couldn't be more conveniently suspect, right? And especially the fact that, now I haven't watched it because the way I told y'all on the community tab, please refrain from watching TGIF, is literally what I've been doing. I'm not going to ask y'all to do something that I can't do myself. I've truly been refraining. I've wanted to see the reaction. I've heard through several other people that when Claudia said, we're going to be on vacation next week, it seemed like both Al and Funky were like shocked or surprised, or they didn't know that it was their first time finding out. And people were like, well, how do y'all have a vacation scheduled and y'all don't know about it? Only Claudia knows about it. That's strange. So I've heard it from far more than enough people to doubt that it's true. And so a lot of people think that that's sus and they're rumors. So we really won't know until next week. And who's to know? They might get a spank on the behind. They might come back and be a bit more dry or not make jokes of that nature. We don't know. But yeah, Disney owns Fox Soul or owns Fox in general, 21st Century Fox Network. And so just want to show you all of these articles. Disney to buy 21st Century Fox. Just so many different articles about it, right? And what I want to do is I want to get into some debut statements, some of the statements that were made, all right, around about the time when they took over, okay, and some of Fox Soul's debut statements, all right. So let's get into some of this. So Fox Corporation taps local stations to launch a Fox Soul streaming channel. So Fox television stations has unveiled Fox Soul, which is supposed to be an ad-supported streaming channel that blends original talk and lifestyle series with locally produced shows aimed at African American viewers. And that's the thing. I think that maybe they felt like, okay, let's just throw them a bone. We need to fix our perception in the public. We need to make it seem like we're diverse, even though we're not. But we can also make money by targeting African American viewers. And our dollar, it doesn't last long in our community, right? But our dollar, our attention span, and when we're passionate about something, it does a lot. And when we support something, we come out in droves, right? Fox Soul, which debuted today, will carry live original talk and informational series from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., followed by 2 hours of repeats of shows drawn from Fox 28's owned and operated stations, most of which are in the major markets. The channel is available for free online and offers on-demand access to repeats of recent shows outside of the 6 p.m. midnight PT block. And they say, quote, "We're proud to debut this African-American focused channel created by and for the members of the Black community." And that's very important to note. That's something that they gave off. Remember when I told you, and this was before I even did all this research, I said, and this was when Claudia Jordan was in the chat, right? And I'm like, I supported Fox Soul. I supported TGIF because number one, I didn't know who Funky was or that he had a problematic past or pattern. But I said, I got a for us, by us vibe from the rollout of Fox Soul. It was definitely given very much for us, by us, FUBU. Okay, shout out to FUBU. That's what it was given. And when you look at their, I wouldn't call it a mission statement, but these are some of the statements that they're making at debut. These are some of their goals and what they want to adhere to. It shows. It shows right here. Okay. And so they continue and say, we intend to inform, inspire, and empower our viewers by meeting their needs for authentic conversations on topics relevant to our lives. Okay. So the original series is to include the Tammy Mack Show, On the 7 with Dr. Sean, One-on-One with Keisha Cole, Sweet Soldiers with Lisa Evans, and later with Leon. And Fox Soul is an experiment. Fox Soul is an experiment by Fox television stations to reach African-American viewers via a streaming option at a time when younger viewers are increasingly tuning out of live linear television. The use of existing locally produced shows to fill out the offering could prove an efficient way for Fox to better amortize its local programming investment. So Fox Soul promises its shows will tackle complicated subjects and, quote, the real topics that affect the everyday lives of the African-American community through frank and insightful dialogue with local and national influencers, end quote. And so this is really interesting. This is really interesting. Tammy Mack, I believe, is still affiliated with Fox Soul. And she went on to say here, Fox Soul slaps down misnomers about our people and celebrates our culture and our excellence. I couldn't have asked for a better platform to speak greatness about and into my community. I'm confident our content will live up to its purpose and tagline, our voice, our truth. And our voice, our truth definitely sounds a bit much like for us, by us, right? It's our voice, therefore it's our truth. If we're telling it, then this is if it's for us, then it's by us. Like, that's very much what it's given. But this was around about the time right before the launch. So they were, doing a tour and giving statements to, any outlet that would take it and publish the article or whatever the case is. So of course they're going to say nothing but positive things. However, at the end of the day, Fox's history and their pattern with how they treat us and how they talk about us and so on and so forth. I think that speaks a bit louder than these mission statements that they sold and that they conveniently gave to these magazines. So some of these shows that they list here don't even exist on the network anymore, but they were definitely a part of Dish Nation at one point, unsure if they are still a part of Dish Nation. So it seems like Isaiah and Tammy Mack are the only two who are part of this lineup. I want to say, is Claudia on here? I thought Rolling Out Loud with Claudia was a part of the rollout too. She might have just came on right after they launched. Based on this list right here, the only two people who are still affiliated with the network are Tammy Mack and Isaiah. Oh no, Claudia Jordan is here. Okay, yeah. Out Loud with Claudia Jordan was a part of the initial rollout of Fox Soul. But nonetheless, these are the things that they were promising us. And I want to know from you, do you think that we have gotten these things? Do you think that we have received these things? Honest question. Honest question. And so this is the thing. When Disney purchased Fox, they were already streamlining the debut of Fox Soul. They were already streamlining it. Matter of fact, probably in order to get Disney to even purchase, Fox Soul, they probably had to convey to Disney, listen, we have a plan to, kind of combat all of these lawsuits, right? Because when Disney purchased Fox, period, right? 21st Century Fox Network, it was 2017, and it was the very end of 2017. That was when a lot of those lawsuits were going through, and the $10 million settlement didn't come out until 2018. Okay. And so in order to make themselves seem like less of a liability, they more than likely, Disney might have made an offer that said, you know what, you got all of this discrimination, dirt, junk, negative, negative press going on. What are you going to do? What's your plan to combat that? Because I'm not sure you're really worth my buck if, you blatantly come off as a racist bigot, right? And so they're like, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to give the blacks, we're going to give the blacks their own space under our umbrella. It'll make them feel special. And it targets that audience so we can capitalize off of it too. They didn't just give us a trinket that was able to combat with social media's perception of how discriminatory they can be. They also profited off of our viewership. They made it lucrative enough to make us want to watch, to make us want to support our own people. They gave it a for us, by us feel, and really it wasn't. They might have had black management around about that area, black supervision underneath of the umbrella, but at the top of the umbrella is still non-black people, right? So it gave a for us, by us feel, but that's not what it was. That's not what it was. And so they were still able to capitalize and monetize off of our viewership and target us while throwing us a trinket at the same time. It's a win-win situation. It's a complete and absolute win-win situation, whatever way you look at it, right? And so I will say that I guess we fell for the okie doke. We fell for the okie doke. Those of us and again, we were bored in the house and we in the house, bored in the house and we in the house. We were totally bored in the house, but in the name of wanting to give our people a chance. And again, my rationale was every black person who works in media does not have a black boss. Does that mean I'm not going to support them? Does that mean I'm not going to watch them? Is it your fault that your boss is or acts a certain way? Are you always going to be able to find a black-owned ethical company to work for to make yourself more palatable, despite what your skill set and what your talent is and how much you deserve, the support and the views and so on and so forth, right? However, Fox definitely deceived us. They deceived us. Absolutely. They absolutely deceived us. They did. And so, they definitely thought that we would just forget about their long track record and maybe we did at that point, but I feel like this is an awakening and this is reminding us this is why we shouldn't be supporting them anyway. We really shouldn't be supporting. You can call up your local cable if you still have cable. I cut the cable cord a long time ago, but you can call up your local cable company and you can ask them to take Fox out of your package and just press the issue. And they might be able to take it out and you might be able to save a couple of bucks, right? No matter what your package is. And what that does is it gives Fox less negotiating power. Whether you actually succeed in getting them to take it out and reimburse you or take $4, $5, $7 off of your bill, when the cable company realizes they're getting a lot of calls for, and this is how the cable company works. I'm putting down game. Okay. When the cable company realized we are getting dozens and hundreds and however many calls saying that, listen, I don't want Fox to be a part of my package. I don't like what they represent. I don't like how they disrespect me and my group and my community. It gives Fox less bargaining power, right? Less room to negotiate when it comes time for them to negotiate their contract with said cable company, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's about keeping your aces in your places. For some people, it's about watching videos, hitting thumbs up, signing a petition, maybe sending an email. But if you're really good at calling it and articulating your point, right, and really kind of just getting on customer service nerve to really drive a point home, at some point, again, it's like recycling. No one person is saving the earth with recycling. There's not a single person. It was me that's saving the earth. No. But when it comes together, you can call up to your cable company and tell them, I don't want nothing. Take them off my package. Take them off. It starts to lower their ability to negotiate and lessen the power that they have and the amount of money that they're able to make still being on cable television. So I just wanted to throw that option out there to you all as well. That's something that a lot of people do not know. All right. So that is that. Let me take a sip. I need to get to these super chats and things of that nature. I'm still dropping the petition. The mods are still dropping the petition. If you have not signed the petition already, please be sure to do so. Okay. Let's check and see where we are right now. We went from 770 to 876. Baby, shout out to us. Honestly. Shout out to us. Shout out to us. Shout out to all of y'all. Please continue to sign the petition. Please continue to share the petition. It is also linked down in the description box if you are chasing the bus, right? And you're watching the replay. But if you're on the bus right now, which means you're watching us live in living color, we'll keep dropping the link down below in the chat, but it's also the very first link in the description box. When this live ends, if you're chasing the bus, I'll pin it to the top of the comments. Okay. We are definitely doing the thing. We probably will be at 1,000 before the end of the night. I would hope. I would hope. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into, because there have been a lot of you all who have sent super chats. So let me get into reading y'all super chats, super stickers, and people who have joined the membership.
On your wrist, plain Jane.
You're tuned into Jane, the plainest Jane. Be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Okay, so let's see what we have going on here. Nunya sent 99 cents super sticker, or she sent 2 99-cent super stickers, and then a 1.99 super chat. So you look beautiful, copper and tea color. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate that. Okay. B Breezy joined the membership. Thank you, B Breezy. Jay Prince became a channel member. Shout out to you, Jay Prince. Okay, what else is going on? Darlene Cohen sends a $20 super chat that says, Jane, you're always on point and fair. I love how you can call out the bullshit outside of your community while also holding our own people to task. It's hard to find well-rounded YouTubers nowadays, so I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, appreciate me, and I'm grateful for your support and viewership. It definitely means a lot to me, okay? The Chandra Lachey Show sends a $4.99 super chat that says, I love your natural beauty, Jane. You're slaying us tonight. Love your makeup and absolutely love the content. Get these likes up, stickies. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Somebody got to tell somebody to get the likes up because they playing with me. They going to make me go get Tyra Banks up out this joint. What's going on? Why y'all ain't hitting the like button? What's happening?
But you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself.
Okay. It's Quasia, member for 17 months. Says keep it sticky. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's get to the next one. Come get this commentary. Shout out to Kiva. Okay. Kiva has an amazing channel too. I definitely recommend y'all check out Come Get This Commentary. Has been a member for 15 months. Thank you. And who is this? Danny DeBay. Okay. Has been a member for 10 months. Thank you so much for supporting and dropping some pancakes. Okay. All right. So we got a couple more. Danny and these YouTube streets joined the membership. Shout out to you, Danny, these YouTube streets. You be showing love, and I do appreciate that. And shout out to Zane J for becoming a member. We will be backstage. So everybody who is joining the membership, to everybody who was already a part of the membership, we're going to go backstage. I'm going to be talking about my first week of therapy and how it's affected me. I told y'all I would share my therapy journey with you all backstage on members only. So that's a membership perk. And then we're going to get into some other trending topics and what's going on out here in these streets, because there are some things going on. And then I have some other information that I want to give y'all early access to before I get the edited video together. Just like I gave y'all early access to the video that dropped today, I gave that to y'all last night. So there are a lot of perks when you do become a member of the channel. And I believe the lowest tier is what, $1.99 or $2.99? Just a couple bucks. Okay. So, and Zay J, I don't know if I hit the button for you, but thank you. Oh, that's actually already been done. Speaking to the very last message that was sent in the Discord. Also, if you're a channel member, yeah. Speaking to the very last message in the Discord, no, I wouldn't like that. And it's already been done. And it's a part of life. So very interesting to me. Erica Anderson, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Thank you for always providing amazing content. Send Leo my love. I will. He's right outside the door right now, getting on my nerves. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. I really do appreciate that. And to Saint LaShawn Don, okay, for joining the membership. Thank you all so much. All of y'all support does mean a lot to me. I had to get through all of those because it's just a lot of support coming in, and I didn't want anybody to feel like it went unnoticed or anything of that nature. I know sometimes people leave the stream before you get to read their stuff. And shout out to Jasha. Shout out to you too. Thank you so much. All right. All right. So let's get back to what we are discussing today. All right. So let's get back into what we are talking about. Let me get back to my itinerary. All right. Is that it? That seems like it's it. Is there any other points that are going to be made? We're going to go backstage, members only after this. But are there any other points that need to be made? I see somebody joined the membership just to, just to be a little messy. Seems like they don't like me and they joined the membership just to be a little messy, and that's okay. That's okay. I do believe that's it. Are there any other talking points that anybody else has? Any other questions? Any other questions? There's a sassy man in the chat acting like a woman. Oh, we only make women happy over here. Child, if you feel excluded because you are a man, and I'm speaking predominantly to women, because we are the ones being disrespected, and it's most men not coming to our aid over this situation. Most men aren't jumping up and saying, hey, let me defend y'all women against these men. Don't matter how they identify. Let me protect y'all. No, we are combating men. And there's a man over here that's trying to make it about them, talking about, oh, we only make women happy over here. Do you want me to cater to men? I mean, I can make anybody laugh or joke, but every day not about men. Every day and every stream, not about men. At the end of the day, what how the song go? This is a man's world. And the way patriarchy works is society works in such a way that benefits men more than it benefits women. So were you expecting some Kevin Samuels shit over here? Because this not the spot for you or your homeboys. So you came over here to say, oh, y'all only make women happy, expecting somebody. You want me to be Beyonce or Destiny's Child and you want me cater to you? Because, baby, it's not your day. It's not your day. So, and then you joined the membership so you could do what? So you could do what? Somebody get me the folding chair. Bring me the folding chair. Somebody bring the folding chair over here. Okay? We got 1,000 likes. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to all of y'all, okay? I mean, imagine coming over here talking about, oh, y'all only make women happy over here. Excuse me? Baby, you are the little bit of comedic relief we needed in this stream, child, because I mean, niggas like you are funny as hell. I mean, just funny as hell. And you gave me some money to see what's going on backstage. What you think you want to see? A nipple? You ain't going to see no nipple. You going to see us laughing and joking and having a good time talking about current events and topics. We talking about Boosie. We talking about Kanye West. We talking about Keke Palmer. That's what you're going to see. So you gave me some money for what? Give me the chair. I'm telling you, these men are so entitled. We speaking about misogyny. Here come a misogynist. Shout out to Nisi Nicole for joining the membership. Shout out to you. If you are a part of the membership, there is a member. When you check the community tab, there is also a members only community tab, but you'll be able to see and you get expedited notifications. So as soon as I post something and I put up the live that we're going live backstage, you'll be able to see it. So you'll get the notification right away. So you won't miss out on anything. So that is that. So y'all know what time it is. It is time for me to get into the sticky note. For those of you all who are new to my channel, the sticky note is really just a positive affirmation that I've crafted myself. I wouldn't say I'm my own life coach, but I talk to myself all day and night. And I speak a lot of life into myself. So I come up with positive quotes and so I used to just journal my positive thoughts and my mantras and my affirmations. And then I started documenting them on Twitter and a lot of people found them useful. And when I started reading them on YouTube, people were like, wow, that really spoke to me. So I'm like, wow, the things that motivate me and the way I talk to myself, it helps and it motivates other people too. So I've decided to share them and I call them sticky notes. Over here, we drop pancakes because I provide syrup. And so the sticky note is just a play off of my branding in general. I call my audience members stickies. We drop pancakes because that's my official channel emoji. It goes along with the syrup. You know how some people say, oh, spill the tea. The tea is the information. It's the 411. Over here, the information, the 411 is syrup. So just keep in mind when you're over here, I see there's so many new people and they're like, what's the pancakes about? It's my official channel emoji. And so we keep things sticky and real over here because things are always sticky and real in Hollywood and in real life. And so I give my sticky note. Y'all are stickies. And hopefully that helps y'all understand a bit more about my branding and where I'm coming from when I communicate with you all. Okay. So we're going to get into our sticky note and y'all already know before we get into our sticky note, we play our commercial. You know what? We haven't went to the bush and weeped yet. We haven't went to the bush and weeped and we haven't played the R. Kelly remix in a while. So let's go to the bush real quick and we'll be right back.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
I don't understand how you come over to a woman's channel and tell her, oh, y'all only make women happy over here. I make everybody happy, but every day ain't about you. Some days I'm preaching about what you should and should not be doing to Black men. Some days I'm preaching about how to keep Black women safe. Don't come over here and make it about you. Make your own channel. Create your own digital palace for yourself. Okay? Okay. Somebody asked in the chat, do I like pancakes? Though I absolutely love pancakes. I like waffles a little bit more than I like pancakes, but I do like pancakes. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So here's what I need y'all to do. If you are a channel member, use your special emojis. Okay, drop some pancakes in the chat. If you are not a channel member, still drop your pancakes in the chat. We're going to be right back with our sticky note, getting into our motivational quote of the day, brought to you by none other than myself. Then we're going to get out of here and get ready to go backstage, members only, with all of the people who pay. Shout out to everybody going to therapy. Shout out to everybody considering going to therapy, knowing that it will benefit them, but they aren't quite at that mark to make the move yet. You can do it. I did it. It was scary for me, but it was totally beneficial. We'll be talking about that backstage in a second. Drop them pancakes down below, and we'll be right back.
On your wrist, plain Jane.
But that's it. If you want to
The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some black, and she said, loves me some black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
So wait a minute, you ain't joined the channel yet so that you can access special perks over here with the plainest Jane?
Rolex on your wrist, plain Jane.
Ooh, watch this. Hey, I'm the plainest Jane. I'm a cultural commentator and informant, and I provide sticky coverage on trending stories, Black news, Black culture, and everyday topics with a sticky, abstract perspective. So get familiar with the perks. I've carefully curated all of these things, and it's just a little exclusive glaze to amplify the way that you express yourself. So get comfortable, get used to our official emoji over here. That is the pancake stack, because it's always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and especially when you spend the time over here with the plainest Jane. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the exclusive glaze that I've provided for you to amplify the way you express yourself, and I hope you enjoy the digital vibe. Hey, listen, I always want you to keep it sticky, but be sure to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. But most importantly, I hope that you're feeling all right, and hopefully you've had some time to tackle some of your invisible problems. I know I got a couple of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank y'all. I really do appreciate you. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this channel right here, once you join, it's going to help you kick back and decompress always, but it'll also keep you in the know with what's happening with the best Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. So again, get comfortable. The first drink is on me, all right? Act like you got some sense, and I'll see you around. But don't forget to keep it sticky 24/7 by following me on Instagram, but hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload and you get your dose of syrup first. Now, with all that stickiness being said, the most important thing I want you to remember about this neck of the woods and the plainest Jane is Black Lives Matter. And if you don't agree,
Buy pumpkin, buy pumpkin. That would take you out. I don't play that shit.
Now you gotta go for real.
it's just that simple. Hey, look, whether you join or not, I do want you to stay beautiful, Black, and blessed. And just know I appreciate your support. I'm your girl, the plainest Jane. And let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now.
And we're back. So let's get into the sticky note of the day for this evening. And today's sticky note is something that I actually came up with today. And well, it's not that I came up with it today. I just articulated it a bit different than what I usually do. When I wake up and it's a gloomy day, in which over here in Baltimore, stand up. It was a gloomy day today. There was no sun in sight. And most people know that the weather can honestly affect your day. If it's pouring down rain and if it's just not sunny and you done had a string of like 18 sunny days in a row, the weather can truly affect how you feel, just like lighting can affect how you feel. Dim lighting, bright lighting, vibrant lighting, opening the window, closing the blinds, the shades, the curtains, it can affect you. And one thing I always tell myself is not only is a good day decision over circumstance, you've got to make a conscious decision to have a good day. You cannot leave having a good day up to chance, right? It's not like, oh, am I having a good day? Oh, me having a good day is based on things that are happening to me or are not happening to me. It can't be that. If you want to have a good day, if you want to ensure that your energy is more positive than negative, then you have to make a decision to put in some work yourself instead of leaving it all up to the universe. I get it. It's important to communicate with the universe, whether you're religious or spiritual, right? If you're religious, you believe in a higher power that might be God. If you're spiritual, you just believe in the universe doing what it does to even and balance things out. But you have to do your part too. And a good day is definitely decision over the circumstances that happen to you. You are so much more than the things that happen to you. You have control over your mood and how you feel and how your day goes. And coming prepared with your own sunshine allows you to hit the ground running no matter what the weather is. You have to keep a sunny disposition in your pocket no matter what the weather is. I don't give a shit if it's pouring buckets outside and it's gloomy and it's foggy and it's dreary. You have to have your own internal sunshine inside of yourself in order to ensure that you have a good day. You have to do your part. If your days being good or bad are only based on the circumstances and the things that happen to you, then you're not in control of shit. The world is in control of you. So it is so important that you remember that a good day is decision over circumstance. You have to make that decision to have a good day. Will it work all the time? No. But I will say 90% plus of the time, it works. I can understand waking up being in a good mood. Okay, you get a flat tire. Okay, you get somewhere and something else happened. You cut your fingernail, you bleeding, you can't find no Band-Aid. Somebody done bumped on you and stuck on your shoe. After a couple of things, it's just like, you know what? All right, your stomach hurt. You bloated. You got cramps. You got a toothache. You know, sometimes things happen, right? But don't rely on those things as excuses to say, I'm having a bad day. So when you come prepared with your own ammo to have a good day, because it's a fight, it is a fight to have a good day. You're fighting against anything negative that could and will or would happen to you. You are fighting against those things. And your mentality and how you see those things will really it could change everything. It could change a lot. So give yourself a chance to hit the ground running by coming prepared with your own sunshine and your own conscious decision to have a good day, no matter the weather, no matter the circumstance. Have your ass a good day because you decided to, not because you woke up and you didn't get a flat tire today and it feels good out and nothing bad has happened yet. Oh, so I'm having a good day because nothing bad has happened yet. No, you wake up and you determine that you're going to have a good day. You wake up and while you brushing your teeth, after you brushing your teeth and washing your face, you say some positive shit to yourself. How beautiful you are, how beautiful you feel. That is how you have a good day. And that's the sticky note of the day. And I hope that resonated with y'all. I know it definitely resonated with me. Be sure to comment down below. Be sure to comment down below. I'm doing me. If this resonated with you, that's something I always tell my stickies. If I give a sticky note and it resonates, and if it doesn't, it's cool. But if it resonates with you, be sure to comment down below. I'm doing me. And that's whether you're on the bus right now or you're catching the replay. Comment I'm doing me if that resonated with you. But that's something that I definitely felt today. It's something I needed today. And honestly, I was feeling like today was going to be extremely blah. I was telling myself these things, but I'm at work and we have a chat where all of the offices across the state, we have a chat where we're all in it at once. And somebody said something. They put the quote from their tea bag in the chat. One of my really corny coworkers, but I love corny because I think it's cute. But it was really corny, right? A quote from one of the tea bags that you read, and they said something, and I was just like, "That's right." I said, I tell myself before I come into the building every morning, a good day is decision over circumstance, and you got to come with your own sunshine. And she was like, "You know what? I feel that. I feel that. And then she walked down the hall. 3 hours later, she came back. She said, I walked down the hall and I told somebody else that. And they were like, oh my gosh, I feel that. Like, you're right. Thank you for that. And they were like, so just so you know, Jane, you're not just, because I said, after I put the quote there, I was just like, yeah, I just try to have a good day every day. And they were like, Jane, you're doing way more than trying. You're giving us sunshine over here in our office all the way across the state. And I was like, damn, really? Like, that's crazy. I just like just sharing my daily mantra to my, to my coworkers in the chat across the state. And it affected so many other people in that building. So it resonated, with me. And I was that made me have a better day, because I was telling myself that, but I was still kind of feeling blah because it was gloomy out. But when I knew that I cheered up it was more people in the chat, like 5 or so additional people with that, it made me feel better. It made me a bit chipper. Like, it gave me a bit of a perk. Like, it perked me up. So I just pass it off to y'all too. That's the sticky note. And that's what I do over here on my channel. I'm the Plainest Jane, and I deliver syrup in the form of Black news and celebrity entertainment. And when I can share positivity, I do, which is typically always. So yeah, that's that. Can't wait to talk about therapy backstage with y'all and all of those things. I see I have a couple other memberships or super chats to get to. Did I miss? Let's see. Shout out to Miss Yoli. Thank you so much for becoming a member. And also Shay Evans. And also, hey, the official Thais report becoming a member. Shout out to you. Thais has such a good channel. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Thais report. His channel is it's just a vibe. It's got that old school vibe, and I do have an old soul. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna see if I can find thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Let me find the link to your channel so that I can drop it here so that people can subscribe to you too. I know you just hit 8K. So congrats to you. But let me drop your link in the chat, because he has a really good channel. We was over there talking about 90s music and early R&B the other night over on his channel. So yeah, I definitely recommend y'all subscribe to his channel. This has been such a good stream. I'm gonna have my mods drop it a couple of them. Am I in the moderator chat? Okay. So that y'all can see. Yes. Here's what I'll do. I want to have a feel-good moment real quick. I just want to have a feel-good moment. And if you really are day one, if you really a supporter, and you were here when I was covering the R. Kelly trial so well that I got mentioned by the New York Times, okay? Shout out to the New York Times for mentioning me for covering the R. Kelly trial. Y'all know how important and funny the R. Kelly mix is to us. And we really be percolating when it come on. We really do. We be percolating like hell. So let's get into the R. Kelly mix as we shut it down and get on up out of here, okay?
Baltimore, I can't see you. Where you at?
Yo, tell me with this. I can't help.
Robert.
You're killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment.
Man, y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me. Y'all trying to kill me. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with killing me, man. Trying to kill me. I hope this camera keep going. Stupid R. Kelly. Fight for my life. Stupid R. Kelly. Do it. Stupid R. Kelly. of my life. Stupid R. Kelly. Do it. 30 years.
I didn't know how I was going to feel about this banger, baby. It is definitely a banger, and it's a club mix. Baltimore, one of our styles of music is club mix. Like you get closer to DC, it's more like go-go. So yeah, that's kind of what it is. So here I do have my employee begging for his little bit of pay. He said, "Ooh, I've been on the clock for 10 minutes. Ooh, I want my pay." Lord have mercy. Y'all, if y'all ain't thumbs up for me, thumbs up for the cat. It's okay if you don't like me. There's some people who literally come here and they be like, "Fuck you, Jane, I'm with the cat." Not literally, but it's like, they don't be leaving no comments for me. They be like, "Where's Leo?" I be talking about important stuff and they be like, "Where's Leo?" And I'm like, damn, they don't even like me. They just want to see the cat. That's what she said. They just want to see the cat. So here he go, begging for get your butt out these people's face. Oh, please move your butt. Move here. Look this way. Got your butt in these people's face. These good new people, all these, you gonna run these people away with your butt mooning them. Don't make no sense. Jeez Louise. Okay, come on. Okay, wait. Are you? But are you? But are you grateful though? Okay, here. But you look at the people at least. Just look at them. Look, the people here. Just look at them. Look, what the people they. See, because you ain't been wanting to come into work. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop messing with you, buddy. All right, I got you. All right, just refrain from that right there. That's a bit much. It's no crumbs. It's no crumbs. That's it. That's your paycheck. And you came late too. So I should have docked your pay. I'm gonna dock tomorrow's pay. All right. This don't make no sense. You was late. Somebody tell you show up late like that. Don't make no damn sense. Shit. What you doing? You need to get down. Can you get down? Get down. When you're in front of these people, that don't mean I'm not going. Get down. Sheesh. Lord, mercy. Got to. Jeez Louise. All right. So I think that was it. I don't think I got any other reading the Discord. I don't think I got any other questions. I think that's it. I think it's time to go. I need to cater to my members in the back. We'll be backstage. Like I said, talking really anything. I really want to go over the blogs and see what's going on and give my raw reaction to some of these current events. If you are a channel member and you're like, what do you think about? We'll answer that. We'll drop the link. We really all just hanging out. So people call in, we hang out, we sit on stage, whatever. So it'll be a good time backstage. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Okay. We gave our sticky note And we will see you all tomorrow. I want to have an edited video together for you all tomorrow. And I probably won't. So I don't know if I'm gonna go live or what. I've got some decisions to make because I've always got some new syrup to get out for y'all. And there is a lot that I'm sitting on right now. Funny story wise, right? Related to some of the non-serious topics that I've been covering. Just because I believe in balance, right? Sometimes we can talk about trauma. We can talk about Black people being hurt or deleted from the community or assaulted. We could talk about stuff like this where it's it's unfair and we're at the receiving end of mistreatment. But I also like lighthearted and in the middle stuff. So do I like to talk about serious stuff? Yes, but I like to keep a balance. I'll be damned if I'm gonna be depressed all the time, just covering stuff that is gonna make you feel hurt. I do cover stories that make you laugh too. So I've got updates regarding some light stories. I've got a new story and an exclusive with a story that's not so positive involving a Black woman in the community and some other stuff in store for you. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, baby, what you waiting for? Baby, what you waiting for? I'm just trying to understand what it is that you waiting for. Help me understand what it is that you waiting for. If you haven't subscribed already, you need to stop procrastinating on subscribing to the channel. Y'all need to stop.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to grow up. Grow up. Tired of telling y'all to grow up. Y'all need to stop it. I'm tired of it, y'all. You ain't finna work me out.
Who said that's a lie? Funky said they were on vacay last week. Last week? I'm not sure I understand this correctly from King Kitty. That's a lie. Funky said they were going on vacay last week. What's a lie? What did I say that was a lie? Because I definitely didn't say he was fired. I said they were on vacation this week because that's what was told to us, is that they were on vacation, right? So I'm unsure what's a lie coming from King Kitty. King Kitty, comment again, King Kitty. So yeah, that's that. They're behind. Okay, cool. Just wanted to see, just wanted to make sure. Okay. We just need to know. But again, shout out to the official Thais report. Okay. We do have some things that we're going to go over about the blue. I was about to say the blue sauce girl, because the pink sauce girl did come out with a blue sauce. So we do have some things to go over about the pink sauce girl. So we're going to talk, we're going to kiki, we're going to cackle, we're going to laugh about that backstage. And that's going to be that. I love you all so much. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Like I said, if you aren't already having a good or productive week or a positive week, you still have time to turn it around. And you have the power to do so. Not the circumstances surrounding you, not the people surrounding you. You have the power to make a change. Determine what you want to engage with and what you don't want to engage with. If it's positive, if it's feeding you positively, then go ahead and engage with it. But if it's not, then don't engage with it. You might need to cut some people or some things off this week in order to have a good week. What are you entertaining that's not positively serving you? Those may be things that you need to think about in order to have a good day. So I just want to remind you, if you're not having a good day or a good week, should I say, you still have time. So that was a sticky note. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking the community tab. Thank you for subscribing to my backup channel if you have not already. Well, we will be on the backup channel a bit more impromptu, if you will. All right. We will be on the backup channel in the coming days. It is a TV channel. I just linked it down below. Okay. Follow the backup channel, and I appreciate you for subscribing. Don't forget to do something to decompress today. Drop your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on all of the topics or the neighborhoods that we drove through today on the bus. Okay, and make sure you keep it sticky and real down below in the comments. If you can help it, leave a timestamp when you're leaving a comment so I know exactly what you're talking about. If you're commenting about something, just leave the timestamp, and so that I know exactly what you're talking about. Because sometimes, like, this is a video. How long have we been on here? 2 hours. We've been on here for exactly 2 hours and 7 seconds. So if you can, leave a timestamp with your comment. If not, no big deal. But I do want to know your thoughts, and I want you to keep it sticky and real down below in the comments. Okay? So listen, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. And be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of this celebrity or trended syrup, because, you know, things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And drop one of them pancake emojis down below. And don't forget to stay beautiful, black, and blessed. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.